Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. Been doing a little bit of work. It's one reason I didn't make a second episode yesterday. But okay, so right now I'm looking at our reactor. It's currently off, and it's a 5x5x5. And the next thing I was going to do in the series is make a max size reactor. And I did all the calculations, looked up some calculators online, etc., etc. Figured out all the materials I was going to need to make the max size reactor. And it's going to be passively cooled with diamond blocks. So let me just back up and show you a size comparison. There you go. There's the max size reactor compared to our original little dinky one there. I'm still working on it. I'm using probably, let's see, how many was it? 368 blocks of diamonds to make 8 columns tall. And this, according to the calculator I'm using, will make the reactor run just short of 2000 degrees at all times, which according to the in-game text, the higher the casing heat, the better, but you don't want it over 2000 because you start losing efficiency that way. The fuel burns off faster than you're actually converting it into RF per tick. So I don't know if it's true or not. Either way, I'm going to get more power out of this thing than I'm ever going to use. So anyway, still going to make a little bit of casings like right here. That'll probably be where these are going to go. So the casings that were the old one are going to just be made into the wall or the top of the new one. And is there a mob up there? Yeah, it arced. Where did I hit? Where did my shot land? It must have went right past him. Oh well. Anyway, so this is what I've been working on today. Pretty much all of today in my spare time, except for what I was doing on the multiplayer server. And so I'm processing yellorium from our farm here. It's been growing for quite some time. Only a few though. I just today planted 3 more yellorite seeds. So I've got 4 at a time growing, just to accelerate the process. I've got about enough to, well, I know I've got plenty enough to make all the fuel rods that I need to finish that build, but I don't have near enough fuel to even fill the thing with fuel one time to turn it on. I mean, I can turn it on without it being full on fuel, but I want to fill it completely once. Too many few words in there. Anyway. So I had several stacks of ore in there. These pulverizers are done with it. Here's our haul. I'm going to just move these over. Start dropping them in the ME system over here manually. It doesn't take but a second. And then I'm going to start throwing them through our ultimate furnace. Oop, give me those. Start throwing them through our ultimate furnace a stack at a time to make ingots out of them, or I could put them through the smeltery. How about we split the difference? We'll do half and half. So I've got 2688, so we'll do 1344. Craftable. Do I have it here? No, I don't. Is there even a recipe for it in here? I mean, is there a slot for a recipe? No, there's not. Alright, you know what? Let's just do it all in the smeltery. That's where I've been doing it. And I was getting blocks that way also. Yeah. I've since broken them all down, but... Alright, let's throw them all in the smeltery then. I'm wondering now. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna just do this. If I break a hole right there, we're gonna do this live. This is the kind of stuff that I would do all the time when I'm playing by myself. I get an idea, and I'm like, you know what, let's just try it and see what happens. What's the worst that I could do, right? Crash my game and never be able to sign in again? Hey, maybe. But it probably won't. Alright, smart cable. Let me get another couple of smart cables. I didn't know I only had one left. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5. I'll just make 5 to be safe. Out of string. Okay. I must be really short on it in there. I gotta move these caches here to connect to the to connect to the ME system, and then just have all the drops tesseracted over here. I usually don't use my AE or ME system for a whole lot. I'm usually kind of over there or upstairs or by the little casting thing of the farm all the time, or you know, just killing mobs to do stuff. But I'm slowly getting everything in here so I can use it more often. But I usually don't use it that much. Alright, so here's my idea. If I hook up the smeltery controller and the export chest, which is right there, technically that's already hooked up to the system, but if I hook up the smeltery controller to my ME system and use the smeltery as though it were, say, a furnace or a machine, does the ME system recognize that that's happening? Or is it going to trip out and not know what the hell is going on? We will find out. We need an export, no, not an export bus, a interface. And we want to go panel on that, just because I like using the panels. Right there. Interface looks good. Now if I go to our interface terminal, do I have a smeltery controller in the list? Yep, I do, right there. Amazing. Alright, at least it knows what the block is called, so we're a small step in the right direction. So now we need to tell this thing a stack. Well, let's do 1 to 1. No, we gotta do a stack makes a stack. The smeltery will actually hold 63 at one time, so I'm gonna go down by 1. I haven't increased the height on it, but I did increase the speed at which things are casted. So let's encode there. And I want to put that up here. Now the weird thing is that the smeltery casts ingots and blocks, and I'm going to get way more blocks than I am ingots. So I think I need to tell one of these assemblers somewhere that it can convert blocks into ingots, and vice versa. Well, it doesn't really need to go this way, but I need to make one so that it knows it can do it. Alright, so there's the pattern. Dang it. Alright, get rid of that. Put those away. Okay, so let's just give this to one of these assemblers here, so that way it knows it can make ingots out of, or it can make ingots out of blocks. So as it's casting them over there, it might pull them in and break them down to get the correct number. Alright, now let's see here. We've got 2688. So let's go with view craftable 2688. Now, is that divisible by 64? Probably not. Give me 1 second. Let me do a quick calculation here. So we're at 2688 over 64. Oh, it is divisible, exactly. 42. 42. Alright, perfect number. Let's hit it. Crafting plan. Missing blocks. Okay, so it's going the block route. Alright. Then we need to tell it to not do that, I guess. Oops. Let me just type it. 2688. Next. Missing 21. Why does it not think they're all in there? What's up with that? I put in 2688. Craftable. Give me. Let's just do 26. See, now they're the same number. That's weird. Okay. And start. It's probably going to mess up. Well, they went in there. It's probably not going to know that it's not getting the correct output. But it's keeping them in there. That's cool. So you can use the smeltery as part of your ME system, as though it were like a normal furnace or other machine. That answers my question. But if you have it exporting as ingots and blocks, then the pretty sure the system doesn't know what the heck is going on up here. It probably thinks it's only crafted a few. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I don't think I showed you guys this. I redesigned the export of the smeltery. Let me stop so it'll not be such a crazy ride here. So the smeltery drain used to be on the front block right there. I moved it over one and took the same kind of setup that I had in the front, doubled it, and put the pipes all in the middle. So the fluids come out of the smeltery. Let me get rid of this tooltip here. They come out of the drain and up the fluid pipe, which is the one in the back there. And they go up into all these basins. I've got 10 basins and 8 casting tables. So just short of a full block up here in ingots. So 8 ingots and wait, is that 6 or 5? No, 10 blocks, 8 ingots. So 99 or 98. Wait. Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's way faster. It kicks out all the fluid at a time, casts everything at once. It doesn't get behind, I don't think. No, everything that goes into the fluid area here is cast into stuff before the next round hits it, even with the pyrotheum speed of smelting here. I think maybe if I add one more layer to this, one more layer of height, it'll still keep up, but I'm not quite sure. It might start falling behind if I add one extra layer to it, but it does 63 items at a time. It smelts 63 things. and cast it all into blocks and ingots. Now what this might do is put all of the yellorium dust in there until it gets to the amount of ingots that it wanted. Let's turn that back on now. 1386. Huh. But I guess it does see them hitting this box here because of the storage bus on there. It does see them hitting this box. And it's still kicking them out, so let me keep an eye on the number we have in the system. Unless it already took them all out. Stored items. Yeah, there's only 42 left in there, which I will take out myself and put over here. There you go. Those are done. And I'm pretty sure the system also does not matter whenever you start a crafting recipe. If at some point you place one of the items it's looking for into the system manually, the system thinks it came from like a crafting station or whatever, and subtracts it from the total that it needed to make. So if you tell it, hey, make me like 1,000 iron ingots, and at some point in time you put 100 of them in yourself, then the other 1,000 that it's trying to make will be subtracted by 100 when you put them in, so it'll stop a little early because it thinks it's done already. It will, however, continue, like whatever's in the smeltery here, whenever it thinks it's finished, whatever's in there will still get crafted. It's not going to like pull it back out or anything. So if you go and cancel your recipe and there's already things inside your machines working, it won't stop them. It will finish the round of work that it's on, and then give you all the results it ended up with. So anyway, all the fluids going up into these tables and things, and then the item ducts can share the same space, so those item ducts are coming back down the front, going over to our storage chest that's hooked up with a storage bus, so that the ME system can see everything in this chest. Also, our triple white ender tank here, this is the tank that I use whenever I go into alternate dimensions, in case I run into some sort of fluid pockets, but I don't think that's going to happen because they're all void world, so there's no lakes or rivers or anything. But I take it with me anyway, just in case. Might find a giant orb of floating fluid or something. Anyway, this one is also hooked up to the exact same system. It goes out of the tank up through the pipe to all these tables. So if I ever find a giant mass of fluids to be cast into ingots, I can do that here. Now it's only doing 63 at a time, which is perfect. Otherwise it would put them in one at a time and they'd all be off of, all the timings would be off, which doesn't really matter. It's just, I like it to be all of them going at once. Anyway, that's just kind of a quick update of what I'm doing with the reactor, etc., etc., and a little bit of information, I guess. Now you guys know the smeltery works with the ME system. Just the outputs might be a little weird. But if you have all of them going into ingot casts or all of them going into block casts, and you have your recipes in the interfaces set right, then you should not have a problem anywhere. So let's see. It's done. It has used all of the yellorium dust. Let me check our progress on the crafting unit here. So it thinks that it still needs 2600, and it's going to take 4.5 hours. So cancel that. They should all be in here. Yeah, they're all there. There's 225 blocks in there. So let me go ahead and give it that recipe back that says you can craft it, and then tell it to craft 1,000. It'll start breaking those down. I don't even know which unit that went into. Ah, here they are. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll let you guys. I'll get you guys an update whenever I'm done with it, or whenever I'm close to being done with it, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to turn it on, or think of something else that you might be interested in. So till next time, guys, I'll see you then. Have a good day. Bye bye.